As with last year, the revenue forecast for this year and looking through 2019 was put together. We'll update that as the year goes along. The revenue that I'm utilizing is truly a conservative estimate, but that is prudent financial management. We need to make sure that we're not only okay for this year, but in the next few years, that if there's any kind of bump in the economy, that we can maintain without having to make any major changes. That revenue forecast, there's 26 different line items that compose our general fund and justice system sales tax revenue. You can see 3/4 of our new revenue comes from 4 specific line items: the justice system sales tax, property taxes, local government funds, and casino revenue. And those, looking into the future years based on historical trends and assumptions of future conditions, is what's used to put together the 2015 budget estimate, and then looking forward into 16, 17, 18, and 19. Again, I will admit that a budget estimate is a conservative estimate, but it is still well ahead of what the Budget Commission has certified for the year. Just a quick look. Graphically, you can see how truly our general fund and sales tax revenue tracks with the sales tax that has been in place. The black line, you can see we're now midway through the 0.5% sales tax, the general fund revenues, and then moving forward. In that revenue forecast, while again we do have some very conservative assumptions built in that, again still more aggressive than the Budget Commission. The Budget Commission at the beginning of the year certified $57,300,000. The revenue forecast that I'm utilizing in my budget is just under $62 million, so still almost $4.5 million ahead of the Budget Commission. So more aggressive there, but still has some very conservative assumptions built into it. Some of the primary assumptions are that the economic conditions remain stable for the next few years, 2.5% annual growth rate in the sales tax moving forward. It's averaged about a 4 to 4.5% growth rate over the last couple of years. So hopefully, again, a bit of a conservative assumption there. 5% increase in real estate valuations with the triennial review, working with the auditor's office to get that forecast number. And that local government funding and casino revenues remain somewhat consistent. And obviously, everyone in county government is well aware local government funding really comes up every 2 years in the state's biennial budget as to where that could go. So any luck, that will hold serve. Maintaining those conservative assumptions allows for the forecast to absorb some surprises and misses through the year. And just as an example, looking at that 2.5% increase that we forecast in sales tax, is next year is an election year for the president, and in 2016, very possible Tom Burnaby could be elected president. That happens, the economy tanks, and we have to be able to absorb that into our sales tax.
That's payback, ladies and gentlemen.
But again, in 1 year, if we see a 5% hit to the sales tax versus a 2.5% growth, that's over a $2 million hit in our revenues. And that's a $2 million hit then to the baseline, not just so that's part of why we have to build those conservative revenue assumptions into place.